Hi guys, this is Dana of Dana Spirit Butterfly here. It's the 2nd of January 2018, and just to kick off the year, I felt strongly that I needed to do a video to get my feet wet into the New Year's set of videos. As many of you know, I travelled a lot during 2017, and during that period of time I didn't have a regular place to do videos. So Spirit has asked me to find new and inventive ways to make videos. So this is it. I'm staying with a friend of mine, a girlfriend, who I adore, and she has this magnificent garden. And as many of you would know, I really love fairies, and she happens to have this gorgeous fairy garden. Now, if I figure out how to do it, I'll record some images of the fairy garden for you and attach it to the end of this video. But for now, I'm being asked to talk on a topic, actually. And the topic for the first video for 2018 essentially is about light workers. Now, for many of you who are in this field already, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't heard of the term light worker, let me just fill you in on what light workers do. We are here to bring more light to the planet. And it's really as simple as that. We are simply here to bring more light to the planet so that the planet has more light available to it. Now, as many of you know, last year there was a lot of light accessed availability in the planet, and this created a little bit of hardship for some people who weren't prepared. And what that means is that when we bring more light into our life, it starts to show up where the shadows lie. And the shadows are not very comfortable. The shadows are actually quite uncomfortable. And so if you're a light worker, 2017 would have been rather challenging, because the increased available light would have filled your DNA with more light strand energy, and this may have dislodged or may have made obvious to you some of the spaces in your DNA strands that housed shadows. So it's actually a good thing if last year was difficult for you, because this says that you're on board. It actually says that things are on track and that you're doing the work for us. The second point I want to make about light workers is that if you're a light worker, it's really important you understand that you're here firstly to heal you. Now, the reason why you're here to heal you is that you, as you live and breathe and eat and meet people and talk and share and are active in your life, or even inactive in your life, you take up a part of the energy grid of the planet. And as you take up a part of the energy grid of the planet, you also contribute energy to the energy grid of the planet. Now, this is why we often talk about be careful of your thoughts, be mindful of what you're expressing and what you're focusing on, because this contributes a particular type of energy to the energy grid. Don't worry, again, shadow work is important. We all need to face our shadow. But the reason why shadow is available to us is so that we can reveal ourselves for who we are and reveal the light within. So the shadow work is only ever about revealing more light within you. So it's really important that if you feel like you're a light worker on this planet, that you take that responsibility to also honor the shadow work that appears in your life, and to persistently work through rather than actively avoid that. When you make life changes to your life, you make changes to that energetic grid of the planet, and you essentially start to shift the physical reality of the planet. And that's something that we're here to do. That's what we're destined here to do. So we are also destined to make changes in our own lives. So what that means is that if you are here on this planet as a light worker, you're also here to specifically make alterations to your life. So it may be that you were born not knowing about this stuff, and suddenly one day you wake up and you realize that there must be more to life than what it is that you currently are expressing. And so that dissatisfaction is a really good indication that you're here to make changes in your life in order to be that light worker. So the response to that, of course, is you heal you and you heal the planet. The last thing that you're here to do after you've become aware of all of that is you're here to essentially assist others in the process of awakening. So what that implies is that you're here to hold space and hold ground for those who are having a hard time, for those who just don't quite understand they're going through and what their options are. And a lot of people get blocked in this life as they're here on the physical plane of existence. They get to a point where they get befuddled and confused as to why they're here and what they're supposed to do. Now, that's quite normal. That's called life. You see beautiful Arabella there's joining us, the beautiful ginger feminine, would you believe, a female ginger cat. Here's Christine's, one of Christine's babies. But yeah, I get distracted by cats. Haha, that's such a fairy thing. I told you I'm on the land of the fairies here with the fairy garden. So essentially you're here to assist other people to wake up. And so that means that your compulsion will be to help other people. And the compulsion is really awesome. The desire to heal and to help others heal is really a really great sign of being a light worker. You can see Lulu there, the other white cat. There's 6 cats here actually, because Christine is also a foster mum for baby cats for kittens. So I'm in happy land here. If my mum's watching, she'll just laugh at me because she knows that I'm just a little bit of a cat tart, really. I'm in a very happy place here. So if you get the compulsion to help others, this is a great thing. But for you, the challenge will be about honouring you before others. And that's something that us light workers often struggle with, because quite often when things aren't going well for us, particularly if we've had a difficult experience of childhood or a misunderstood childhood, you'll find that when you meet other people who are going through a hard time, it's easy for you to empathise with them and to feel like you can be of service because you've been there. And that's really great, that's really fabulous. But we do live in an attraction-based universe. And what that implies is that when you're there to help someone else, nearly always there's something within you that you need to address and just revisit. So if you are feeling empathy for someone going through something and it's starting to stir up some old patterns of behavior or some old memories, just to set aside some time to sit with yourself and to work through some of those issues, even if it's just about writing the story out, just to give it a voice. Okay, so hopefully this video has helped you understand a little bit more about the light worker. There is apparently destined to be 144,000 light workers on the planet during this incarnation cycle. I don't know, what do you think? Do you think you're a light worker? I know I am. So if that's you, welcome to the party, and I hope to see you soon, because let's face it, I'm in fairyland and fairies like to party. So come and join me. You know where to find me, www.danaspiritbutterfly, that's DANA spiritbutterfly.com. I love you. Thank you for listening, and have a beautiful January. Okay, see you.